Hey guys, Marcel here with another interview, theScore eSports. And we talked to Maxlore again after his first half of the split, I think. How are you feeling about the first half? Like, do you like it? Do you think you guys made significant improvements? Like, from your experience, like, as a rookie?
I think we all are more confident on the stage, and we have improved definitely in terms of who talks, and we synergize a lot better now than we did at the start of the split.
All right. You guys had like a pretty convincing game today, like 2-0. Maybe talk me through picks and bans of both games and like the games itself. Where do you think you made like improvements? Like, where do you think were your strong points maybe? Where do you think you could have played a little bit better?
I think, well, compared to last week where we kind of like messed up the draft and both the first games of both days, today we had solid draft both games. The second game, our draft was a lot harder to play. We had like kind of poke and then poke, get them low, get towers, stuff like this. And it's kind of hard to set up because, well, it's not like we practice that a lot. In scrims, you know, just go ham. The first game, we were red side and we knew they would pick Swain if we left it open. And so we kind of predicted what they were playing in the mid lane, and we had a game plan to like get mid ahead, and we got first blood on Betsy because he plays super aggressive in Swain, and yeah, the game was pretty fine for us.
Yeah, talking about Betsy a bit, I think in game 2 I could have, like, I saw it on the camera that he was a bit tilted from that game. Do you think it's like one of the strategies that if you know from scrims, for example, that if that guy dies once, he will die 10 times in scrims? Do you like make game plans around that certain player if you know that he tilts or is very easily tiltable?
I mean, normally super aggressive players do tilt if they die, and he's been super aggressive not only in scrims but on stage as well. And so we've seen other teams capitalize on just killing him, like Origin. And so we just decided, yeah, just go for it, just kill him.
So talking a bit about jungle, of course, your area of expertise. What do you think of the? I hope so. What do you think of the current game right now? Do you like the jungle role? I mean, it's kind of shifting back to like a meta of control jungler, like Rek'Sai, Elise, and Gragas are really big. Nidalee here and there. Like, what's your preference right now? Do you think that it's good that it's coming back? Do you like the style?
I mean, I see myself as an adaptive jungler and not having a specific style, but I like this meta because I feel like if I played like Graves before or something, like Graves when he was meta, you'd want to farm a lot and counter jungle a lot. So if your laner just lost 1v1, then unlucky. But now you have some sort of impact with Elise and Rek'Sai, and you just, as a tank, I feel like I can do more in terms of like teamwork-wise than I could as a carry, because if I played Graves or Nidalee or whatever, I'd have to rely on my team to engage and stuff like this. Well, I prefer being the guy that just makes the call and just goes in, you know?
So yeah, I as a jungler myself, I think I have the biggest problem with me is when I play tanks, right? That if the carries are not doing so hot, like what do you do then? Like, can you do anything as a tank? For example, Rek'Sai, but your both carries are having a bad like game, for example. What do you do then? Like, is there a new game plan? Do you think I'm just gonna buy Hydra and split push or something? Like, what goes on in your mind if your carry roles are not like delivering when you play a tank?
I mean, it kind of sucks, you know. If it's like top lane when you play tank in top lane. If your team suck, then that's kind of unlucky. There's nothing you can do. Just wait for the meta. But I feel like, I mean, League of Legends is a team game, and if you're playing the tank, you just have to rely on your carries and make sure they don't get screwed over by the enemy jungler, and you in fact make them get ahead. So to do that, you just either gank them, and communication is really important to know when you can go gank, where the enemy jungler is, etc., etc. So I think it's fine for me.
All right, I think you are still a team with 2 Koreans, right? And in terms of communication, you just said, how's it going? Like, are the 2 Koreans like adapting fine? Can you talk to them right properly, or it's like, yeah, we have to ping like smart ping system like people in, for example, China use? Like, how do you communicate? Do they understand like good enough English right now, or is it like getting better?
Their English is getting a lot better, and the way I speak to them is getting better too, because I'm English, so I speak English really fast for a foreigner to understand. And so I speak Korean English, and I speak slowly, and I use pings as well. So I just make sure that no matter what I do, they know what's happening, and I do that through these methods. And I think they're adapting to the language really well, and in terms of communication, they're talking a lot more. Before, I would say Knight didn't talk as much, but through practice and people telling, through practice and English, and he's gone a lot better, and so is Sunstar.
Yeah, all right. I think that's it. I think we talk in a few weeks again. Okay. If you guys win a lot more games, right? You promised me, right? Yeah, you are?
2-0 tomorrow. So you become my fan. Oh, Giants fan.
Giants fan. All right, I will try my best. Thank you guys so much for watching this interview. Make sure to follow our Twitter account. We have an app, theScore eSports.com. Make sure to download it if you like my interviews. And of course, see you guys next time.